Hello, morning everybody. Sorry I'm a couple of minutes late this morning. Wasn't quite organised. Hello Shelley, first in on YouTube, and Mandy. What's it like in Devon? Sunny and mild in County Wicklow, dry in Devon, lovely. Hi Karen and Angie T, Margaret and Sheila and Mary McHugh. And who have we got on Facebook so far? Lynn went, ooh! Morning Beverly, morning Sally, Sue, Michaela, Jackie, Elizabeth and Sam, and Debbie and Helen and Linda and Liz and everybody else that's joined me this morning. Hi Maverick Disco, that's Jackie. Hello Martine, hello Brian in Ohio, it's chilly over there apparently. Judith's in Berlin, hello. Marsha's in Germany, hello Sharon. Lots of you here this morning. Morning Joy, sorry if I miss anybody. We're going to make the penguin today. I can't remember who suggested this on Wednesday actually. But you know the snowman that I made, somebody said can we make that into a penguin. So I've made it into a penguin for you. He's still got the hat on because he's still got the gathers on the top of his head, so he needs to have a wig or a hat or something on, but it's quite cute, isn't it? So that's what we're going to be doing today. Andrea says we made the minibus driver's day on Wednesday. Was it Steve? I can't remember. That was quite funny. Hello Maura, got a market stall. Debbie says it's cute. It's lovely, isn't it? Cold and wet in Canberra in Australia apparently. It's quite nice and mild. Apparently the weather's going to change. It said on the news this morning, didn't it? We're going to start getting proper winter coming, which isn't a bad thing, I suppose. Hi Karen and Anne. Christine's at work again. Hello Annick. Linda loves the penguin, lovely. Right, that was it, Steve. Hello Yvonne. So I've got some new fabrics on the website. We had the sale last week. I think there's still some sale items there actually. My daughter's got a bit carried away, so take advantage of it. So have a look on debbieshawsewing.com. You will still see some items in the sale, and some of them are 20 and 30% off as well, which means that if you're a club member, that's 30 and 40% off in it. Morning Doris in Tennessee. Morning Kate. Morning Angela. Oh, it's Christina's birthday. Oh. I went, oh, because she's isolating. Oh, well. Happy birthday, Christina. Everybody, happy birthday, Christina. Let's try and make your day a little bit better, even though you're isolating. There you go. Somebody asked, I missed who it was again, asked for the penguin to be turned around. There you go. The snowmen have scarves on them, which you could do with the penguin as well. I just thought I'd do him a bow tie instead. Denise joining today to help lift a broken heart. My dad passed. Oh, Denise, I'm so sorry. Oh, well, thank you for joining us anyway. So we're all here with you. We're all thinking about you, and that's really sad. I'm so sorry about that. Morning Sue, morning Susan, morning Lorraine, and morning another Susan and another Sue. There's all the Susans coming through all at the same time. Susan Australia. Morning Lisa. Yeah, happy birthday, Christine. Hello, Sarah. So if I missed any of your comments, they're kind of scrolling through really, really quickly. Who became a grandmother last Friday? And Nicole says, congratulations to me. Well, congratulations to you. Hi, Angela in Southern Ireland. Do you want to have a look at these new fabrics that we've got? There's loads coming up, by the way. And I'm not going to show you anything Christmassy. In fact, you know, a lot of places have like Christmas in June, like the shopping channels, and Christmas in July and Christmas at Easter. I think we should have spring or summer in winter. We'll make that an event. You don't hear of that, do you? No problem, Kelly. Right. Love these. I think the camera's a bit to one side. Let me shove over a little bit. 150 wide, 100% cotton, and I love these toadstools, mushrooms, whatever they are. Love the colours on them as well. They're really pretty, and it's a really good quality. It's not a canvas, but it's a nice strong weight of fabric as well. And again, 150 centimetres wide. And we've got mushrooms. If you have a look on the website, they'll be there. Can't remember how much they are, but have a look. There won't be a lot. And look at the owls. Look at the colours in those. Isn't that lovely? So I really like the artwork. I like the realism of the owls on these and the leaves and everything. And I'm thinking home-wise. This is by the ½ metre, so if you wanted to make a pair of curtains, you can order 3 or 4 metres all in a row. It'll all come joined up is what I'm trying to say there. But I'm thinking cushion covers would look lovely in this, wouldn't they? Hello, Steph in Michigan. Shelley, they're gorgeous, aren't they? Really gorgeous. And we've got some new planes as well. And these are they. And Kim bought these in specifically because some of the colours go really well here. So for instance, now this against a really good strong fabric. If you like your fabric a little bit softer when you're working with it, then pre-wash it. But look how the teal. See, with this fabric, I think you'd automatically go for red. But Kim's picked out the teal in the leaves, and I think that works really, really well. So they don't come as a pair, it's just that we've got a lot of fabrics coming in, a lot of new plain fabrics coming in that go together really well. And in fact, the green, the emerald green, that goes as well. And that one particularly, I think, goes with the owls. Or actually, there's a navy, and I know there's no navy in the fabric, but it just goes. And I think it's a little bit softer than using black, but grey would work well with that one as well. So the plain ones, again, you've got the navy. These are all the new ones, the emerald green, the teal, which I love that teal. There's a burgundy, and then we've got that bright, vibrant pink again. Morning, Pamela. She's late, she says. Not to worry, Diane's late as well. I was late myself this month. I shall tell you why I was late in a minute. Derek loves penguins. There's a line in the a show about 5 nuns back in 1990. Yeah, I have to have a look at that one. What else have we got? Hello, Pauline from Wallaroo in South Australia. Woohoo, says Sue. Right, let me just go back. Oh, Michaela's got a penguin tattooed on her arm. I would like a penguin, I would, because of a dodgy spine and hip, so it seemed appropriate. Right. I do have some more new things to show you. Oh, Sheila, the floor is going down at last. It's been months, but that's why I was a little bit late. Gary's going to the dentist in about 20 minutes, so we needed Bobbin to be shut in the house. So of course she's not very happy about being shut in the house on her own, and she knows that I'm down here. So I said, well, when I come down, keep her in the house at the moment, and because she's quite smart in the way that if she knows we're going out, and you know how they sense those kind of things, she'll run outside if she can, and she just knows jolly well that we can't get her back in again. So she has to come wherever we're going. So that's her plan. So if we are planning on going out anywhere, or if I'm planning on going out anywhere, have to make sure that she's in the house, because otherwise you don't go anywhere because you can't get her in. So there's the chap, I can't remember his name, who's fitting the floor or laying the floor, putting the screed down. So we've got like the underfloor heating, and he's putting the screed over the top, so it's like wet concrete all over the place. And I came down here, left Bobbin in there, and the next thing I heard a little swearing. It was rather loud swearing, to be honest, and she'd run all the way across this screeding to come outside and come down here to me. So that's why I was a little bit late. So floor is going down, but at the moment it's got doggy paw prints in it and a not very happy builder. So anyway, oh, that was a story. Just brought the latest Hazel Pryor book, Call of the Penguins. Was it, are you there, Kim? Was it Hazel Pryor who was at the Oval Book Festival? Penguin lady. I think it might have been. She was wearing everything penguins. That a new book must have been. She was very nice. There with her husband. I con my girls with treats, then run out of the house. So I tried sneaking out so that she wouldn't notice, and she panics. She was running all over the house looking for me apparently, so I have to make it quite clear that I am going out and you are staying in. Joy loves the fabrics, thank you. Hello Heather in Atlantic. Oh, now then, I'll show you this is a collection. So I'm doing spring. I'm doing butterflies and flowers because I'm fed up with Christmas and we're not even there yet. Karen's making the grandchildren a rucksack each, so that's nice. Atypical boy with autism who loves penguins. Oh, I haven't seen that one, Amanda. Morning, Shirley. Yes, it will. Well, we'll have wood flooring over the top of it, but it would be nice. Would be nice if the floor was flat, wouldn't it? Look at these. I am a bit to one side today. Sorry about that. I think they're beautiful. I think they're so pretty. If you're quilting, and they're all available individually, although we have got some fat quarter sets. But you don't necessarily need a plain with this because, you know, some of them are very densely patterned, some of them have got the larger patterns, so you don't have to have a plain to break them up. But if you did, oh, a peach would be nice, wouldn't it, to go with those. So again, if you have a look on the new on the website, you'll see all of these. So that's non-directional. You've got the leaves there as well, and then we've got bugs, but it's not obvious. They look like flowers, don't they? And flowers and butterflies. But I think they're so pretty. I love the colours of these. All brand new. Only gone, I think they went on yesterday. Okay, Christine, we'll see you later on. I hope it's going to be okay. Linda's making, oh no, who's that? Sorry, your messages are just disappearing. I'm really sorry about that. Lisa's making a Hedwig elf for a grandson for Christmas. Fur fabric is so I don't think it'll go into my machine. Oh, right. Aren't you like a bit of hand sewing? There'll be a bit of hand sewing with the penguin in a minute. Yeah, I love these colours. I think they're so pretty. And I think as far as Christmas sewing's concerned, are you still Christmas sewing? What are you making? Manda needs more Christmas fabric though. Oh, we've still got some in the sale, don't worry. Now this is lovely. This is quite unexpected. This is a brand new company that we've been working with. And this is actually a vinyl. But look how soft that is. And I haven't washed it yet, it's only just come in, but I did hot steam it from the back. So of course when you get this home it will have fold marks on it. It's got a cotton backing and I did hot steam it and it didn't melt it or buckle it or anything. And it's got a little bit of give in one direction, but it's almost like the faux leathers that we have on the website. It's that soft. I don't know if it's waterproof, but it'll certainly be water resistant, so it's perfect for bag making. Or even just put it on the table. It's a white clean tablecloth would be really nice. I might make a bag with this tomorrow actually. I think it's lovely, I really do. And maybe with a purple. Maybe with a purple lining, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? It's not waxed, Amanda, it is laminated, it's PU. But it's like I just wanted to show you all the softness of this, because with laminated fabric sometimes they can be very very stiff, very difficult to work with, and this isn't. I mean, if you wanted to wear it, I don't see why not, but for bag making certainly. Now with laminates you will need a walking foot or a non-stick foot or a Teflon foot or a roller foot for your sewing machine, because this will there'll be a friction between the bottom of your foot and the fabric, and it'll stop it moving, so you're going to get tiny stitches. I'd elongate stitches when you're using laminates like this, so go up to a 2.6 maybe on your sewing machine. You won't need a walking foot if you're only going to sew on the back. But if you're going to do any kind of top stitching, then you will need a walking foot on there as well. You don't need a special needle, Andrea. If it was a heavier fabric, I'd suggest a denim needle, but it isn't. It's a lightweight fabric, so universal needle is going to be absolutely fine for that one. And if you're going to use, I think it's 150, Linda, 150 wide. What was I going to say? Just do that. You start talking, I've no idea what's going to come out my mouth next. I got all waylaid then. I'll just double check the measurement on that. It has got a particularly wide selvage, I have to say. So yeah, it's 75, but it's got a selvage of 4 centimetres, quite a wide selvage. Made a few Debbie's tote bags. Oh, jolly good, Sue, thank you very much. And thank you to the Half Yard Home Club Ask a Member for answering my question. It's a good feature that on the website, isn't it? The Ask a Member. Do I have fabric to make a dog's coat shower proof? We haven't got anything like that, Susie, I'm afraid, no. Actually found the shell fabric from your old journal club video. Oh, that's a while ago. It's I never said before, when I'm making anything, particularly for the books, fabric tends to come and go. So you'll get your core lines and blenders and things like that, but printed fabric and design fabric doesn't tend to be repeated, or isn't generally repeated in the same colourways. So I get quite often people saying, oh, what fabric did you use in that book? Well, that book, actually, books take about 18 months to write, so by the time the book comes out, the fabric's probably not around anymore, which can be quite frustrating. So to find some in Sweden, that's really good. Oh no, Marilyn's got COVID. Oh, not feeling too good. Well, that's what I was going to say, Beverly. Thank you. Wadding on laminate fabric, yes you can, but obviously not from the laminated side. So you can either use your 505 spray and just stick the wadding to the back. If you've got an adhesive or fusible wadding like 505, H640 or H630 or fusible foam and that kind of thing, fuse it from the fleece side. So when you open your fabric up, put your fleece on the back, and then I use Valiseline. I don't know about other brands, but Valiseline likes steam, Bosal likes steam, and literally put the iron up and down like that. Don't iron, just press it with steam like that from the back, and that should stick it. Hello Esme from Cape Town, hello to you. Hello Virginia. Thank you Susie. Right, shall we make a penguin? Here he is, look. So that's one, right, okay. So I've cut my bits out already. I will do a YouTube video of this, just a dedicated video, hopefully later on today. So all of your measurements and everything will be written down in the description box under the YouTube video. So don't worry too much about taking too much notice of measurements here. But for the back and the front, and I've just thought I could have done that in one piece. Silly me. But I've got a seam down the back, that's fine. So I've cut, I only did this last night, 2 pieces of fabric that measure, let me just double check that, 4 1/4 by 8 inches. I'll put the centimetre alternatives on the YouTube video when I do that, but again that could have been one piece of fabric. Only just realised that, but there you go. I'll do one piece when we do YouTube. And then to go in the middle, the white fabric is 8 inches, and I think that was 3 1/2. So 4 1/4, 4 1/4, 3 1/2. If you're going to do those together, then that just needs to be 8 inches. Right. And then a 4-inch circle of fabric for the base, and for the hat I've got a 4-inch circle and a 3-inch circle. So the first thing we need to do is to sew these together in a row. So let's just do that with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. We have got the black and white, I think we've got white fleece on the website. We're selling so much fleece at the moment. I'd love to know what you're making with it. We have got back in stock the honey beige and the mushroom, by the way. an inch or a while back. It's a good idea. Right, so I'm just using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm just sewing over the top here. I haven't got my sewing machine camera on at the moment because I was rather hoping that I'd have a bob. So I've got an empty seat there, look. That's where she would have been if she wasn't shut in and annoying the builder. Right, so again, right sides together. I'm saying right sides. The fleece is a bit difficult to figure whether it's right or wrong sides, but I'm saying right side is the fluffier side. As long as it's all the same, doesn't matter. Hello, Helen. Another one isolating with COVID. Oh, Beryl the doll is Robin, project from the Half Yard Club. Oh yes, please.
Sorry, I've got to go to my dental appointment now.
How's my girl?
All right.
How's the builder?
He's fine. He's got a cup of tea.
Oh right, it's calmed down a bit now, isn't it?
Who has a dental appointment at 12:05? It should be
2:30, yes. Every time anybody in the family goes to the dentist, he'll say, "What time's your appointment?" 2:30. Actually, remember the dental appointment that I had the other week when I was a bit late coming here was at 2:30. Never heard the last of it. It's like the oldest joke in the world. Okay, so I've joined 3 pieces together. Dust magnet, this black, isn't it? And then I'm going to take the bigger ruler and I'm going to draw a line 3 inches down. Now when I do the video with 1 piece instead of 2, it doesn't matter, you just sew them together, just sew that on the end of it. That will make more sense when I do my job properly. Now then, I'm marking in black because I haven't got a chalk, but you can actually see like the scratch marks on the black. So that's where my gathered line is going to be for his neck. I know, Sheila, at every time. Who loves the cushion over my left shoulder? That is one of Kim's YouTube videos. So I don't think she makes up the whole cushion, it's just the technique for the bit in the centre. She did that actually with a William Morris bag, which was beautiful. And I went down to the V&A Museum to just shoot it down there as well. Right, we're going to sew this now into a tube. Hello from New York, Teresa. Vanessa's birthday last week and a friend of mine got you a new half yard. Oh, fabulous. I'm glad you like it. Thank you. Hello, Salome. Good morning to you. Hello, Princess Morningstar. It's lovely, isn't it, Diane? She's done really well there. Not very well at the moment. All 3 of them have got colds. Great video for the cushion. Check it. Thank you, Lynette. Do check out Kim's YouTube channel. Hello, Viv. Right, now we need to put this circle in the bottom. I'm just going to make that a pointy bit on it. So I'm going to fold in half and just make a little snip in the seam allowance. So tiny little snip just to mark 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock. And then fold it in half again, so I've got the quarters. And then snip that there. And then do the same on this one. So I've already got 1 point marked right at the back. I'm going to snip there, match those 2 points and snip the corners again. Morning, Judith. What's Kim's YouTube channel? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Kimberly Sews, that's her YouTube channel. There we go. And I'm not going to pin this, but at least I've got kind of a point of reference so I can match those points up as I go around. I need one of those roller sticky things, don't I, to get all the fluff off. And let's just sew that in. Salome's made her rosy reindeer yesterday. Do post your pictures, won't you, on the Half Yard Club? I think there's a lot of roses being made. I'm glad you like it. No, particularly when it takes so long to come up with not just the ideas, but the patterns for things like that. Making the gusset for Rosie was quite a challenge, took days. And it's so nice when it's worthwhile, when when you see the pictures and you comment about what you've been making. It makes it all worthwhile, really. The last few days, in fact quite a few days, I've been working on a sewing machine bag, which is going to be the main project for December. I'm a bit late with it. She needed it by last week. And that again was quite a challenge, because I didn't want to do a pattern for it, because your sewing machine might not necessarily be the same size as my sewing machine, so I wanted to make it bespoke, and I wanted lots of pockets, and I wanted the front to open up completely. So it took me ages. You know, when you lie awake at night thinking, oh, can I do that? How do I do that? But anyway, I did it. Right, I've sewn that in the bottom. So that's a tease as to what's coming up for next month anyway. Yes, Andrea, the penguins are exactly the same as the snowman. I wonder if I can reach one. I'm tied, you see. I don't have to be tied. I just go on. It's just easier. I must get my remote working. Exactly the same. The same size, same hat, same everything, just with a white panel down the front, really. So yes, that was a snowman. And oh, if you wanted to put weights in the bottom, I haven't with these, and I should have done, because they fall over a bit. Before you stuff it, just put something in the bottom, even if it's just a pebble or something like that, just to make it stand upright, would help there. Right, let's turn that the right side out. Lisa's, where is it? That's Lisa's reindeer. That was in the background on the bob cam when it was facing this way, which is why it's down there, so that's why it's there. Right, so I haven't brought any pebbles down with me either. That's really not organised. I'm going to do a running stitch. You know where I put the line? So I've turned it the right side out, and I'm just going to make a running stitch all the way around there. I'm going to have quite a little group of these, Amanda, because I'll be doing another one for YouTube as well, so I'll have 3 penguins and 3 snowmen at the end of it. So about 1/4 of an inch or so apart. Not too worried about being incredibly neat with this one. And just sew all the way around. Do you have to pay for vets? We certainly do. Unless you're insured, then you have to pay the insurance. So yes, you have to pay for vets. Oh, you're talking to Lisa? Sorry. Oh, so, no, oh, having a conversation between yourselves, sorry. The charity to pay the vet, but yeah, let's just keep out of that one. Lynn's birthday next Wednesday. Hello Marion in South Africa. She's a bit late. What time is it in South Africa? You're the same as us, aren't you, in South Africa? Are you straight down? What time is it in South Africa? Come and let me know. Could you fasten them together? That's a nice idea. Like fasten them together in a row of 3. That would be a very nice idea. You can do it in felt, Maverick. I like the fleece because it's nice and soft and cuddly, and it's quite forgiving as you sew it. So if your circular base isn't exactly the right size, you can ease it because it's got that bit of stretch, but felt would work really well. Right, so that's that. I went a bit wobbly while I was talking to you. I'm just reaching down for some fluff. So if you're going to put a weight in the bottom, that would go in now. And I'm just pushing some toy filler down into the bottom. No pattern for this one, Sarah. I gave all the measurements earlier on. and I will do a YouTube video shortly and put all the measurements there. So not all the way up to the line, but just below the line, and then we're going to gather this up like that and just knot it off. How would you fasten together? I'd put a few hand stitches in there, Andrea. We could glue them. I'm only going to glue the hat on. You know, these kind of things don't go in the washing machine, so remember the penguins, you could join the hands together, couldn't you? The wings together, make a little row like that. Maybe just glue them. Okay, so that's the neck. You can, who was it, and then like when I did the snowman and I was saying that you can actually move all of the wrinkles round to the back, and she said, oh, I wish I could move all my wrinkles round to the back. Can you imagine just being able to scrape them all back and hide them under a ponytail or something? Would it be okay to make for a 1-year-old? I'm gluing on the hat and the beak. If you're making this for a child, I'd do both. I would hand sew and I would glue as well, just to make sure that the bits that I'm gluing on aren't going to come off, is what I'd do. Mine's Wednesday. Brenda's 6-year-old granddaughter, her favourite colour is unicorn rainbow. How hard can it be to transform Rosie into a unicorn? Oh, I think that would be quite easy, wouldn't it? If you obviously leave off the antlers, and you'd have to make her a cone for the horn, and then the mane, I'd just use multicoloured rainbow yarn for a mane would be good, and then I would put that in the seam, so around the head and the neck before you sew the two pieces together. Cut all of your main pieces and have them facing inwards, and then sandwich that in between the two pieces and then sew around it. That would be a nice idea. Right, so that's that, and I've kind of moved the wrinkles out of the way a little bit. Derek says hiding wrinkles around the back is unfair for his follicle challenge. That's a fair point. It'd have to look like a ponytail, wouldn't it? Make a feature, put a bow around it. So, now then I'm gathering around the top. Should have done that before I put that in, really. So again, a running stitch just around the top. Derek, this is going to be a bit like the back of your head, all gathered up, so you need to put a hat on it. Right, so again, quite close to the edge. Nice thing with this, if you're using fleece or felt for that matter, it doesn't fray. So you can do the running stitch quite close to the edge. Linda says there's not enough room around the back of her head for all the wrinkles. My grandpa was alive, he was all over the internet because he used to knit jumpers for penguins. Oh, jumpers for penguins. And he lived to be 110, that's amazing. I've never done an angel for the top of the... Oh, I did actually. No, not exactly. No, I didn't. No, I haven't. She says, have I ever done an angel for the top of the tree? I did an advent calendar. I called a Christmas Carol with an E on the end. And she was like a rag doll, really, that was holding a... it was actually a CD that I covered in blackboard fabric, so you could chalk on the numbers as you're counting down the days. But no, that's the closest I've got to an angel. But she was rather large, so probably not suitable to sit on the tree anyway. Santa hat would work. I don't think I've got any red. That's the one that I made last. That would have been nice, wouldn't it? Obviously that's far too big. If I had some red felt, I would have done that. That's a nice idea. I'm rummaging in my bin. No. Maybe I'll do that for the YouTube one. Who was that? God, Karen. That's a really nice idea. Still looking for it. No, I can't do it now. I should do that on the YouTube one. Tomorrow's question. Where's tomorrow? Tomorrow. I love you tomorrow. Hi, Damien and Lisa, just checked in. I'd like to join the club, but do I need to have a credit card because I don't have one, just to protect myself? You can use a debit card if you have a debit card. We don't do PayPal though, I'm afraid, so it would have to be a debit card. So I hope that's okay. Hello, cher Corbeau. No, Vicky, I haven't made a fabric Christmas cracker, but I'm just gathering the top up. But one of my design team made some lovely Christmas crackers. It was Leslie, for one of the sewing magazines that we used to have years ago, and she made them from linen, and she actually embroidered like oval shapes on the front with like skeletons of Christmas trees on them. They were really nice, and they're doubled up as napkins afterwards as well. So yeah, they were lovely, but I've never made those. Right, so just knotting off the top there. Doesn't matter that it's not meeting perfectly because I'm going to make a hat anyway. Right. And again, let's push out the face a bit so it's a little bit smoother. I'll do the beak next, which is only a little bit of black felt. I didn't use the fleece because I thought felt would be easier. So let's just cut a square of that and a little bit of glue. Oh, elastic band will do it, Sarah. Knot them all at the back of your head and just tie it up with an elastic band. And then I'm just going to put a bit of glue on there and roll it into the corner. Obviously this is far too long at the moment. A bit more glue. So I'm just rolling it into a cone. That will do. Let's glue the end down. If you're using this glue, stick the lid on. Oops. It does tend to run out and then go hard. And then I'm going to chop that down to, what, about an inch or so. And stick it on. Again, if this is going to be a toy, do make sure that you're that's really, really secure. I just need a scrap of fabric to wipe that end off with. The lady does not have a credit card. Purchase a prepaid credit card with the amount. I didn't know you could do that. So tomorrow, Debbie says, if you don't have a credit card, purchase a prepaid credit card with the amount loaded to join. And if you want to make purchases, you can load more dollars on it. Never heard of that. What a good idea. Helene's sitting in Tesco's, but she needs to go and get to shopping. Okay, so we've got that. So I'm going to leave that to dry for just a second and have a bit of that coffee that Gary made me, and then we'll make up some wings. Did I slurp then? Okay. So I'm going to need 2 pieces. Oh, two pieces, 4 pieces of fabric. I'm just going to cut the selvage off that. So even fleece has a selvage. And let's measure 3.5 inches by 3 inches. And we'll need 4 pieces. And again, I know you probably can't see those lines, and I know I'm marking black on black, but you can see the scratch lines. If I had a chalk wheel or a chalk pencil, then I would have used that. Right. And then I'm going to, actually didn't need to be that wide, did it? I'm going to cut an arc, basically like that. So the base of that actually measures 2 inches. So 2 inches by 3.5 inches. And just cut an arc to the point there, and that's going to be the shape of the wings. Then I'm going to sew round the long sides and leave the top open so I can turn it the right side out. Amanda would love a vintage project with lots of ruffles and lace. Any chance it might be coming along? A vintage project, what kind of thing? What kind of thing have you got in mind? We have got the next 6 months planned out actually, but things can change. And do, you know, let the girls know if you've got any ideas. We do, sorry, excuse me. We do make note of everybody's comments, and then when we have the production meetings or the planning meetings, the girls come out and we go through all of the suggestions that have come. Some things we just can't do. Some things you ask for very, very specific things, and I like something that all members can enjoy making. So if it's something that I can adapt, like the wheelchair bag. I know there were so many of you asking for a wheelchair bag, but that was a pram bag, or it was an overnight bag. Those kind of things I like, because then everybody can make them. Do you know what I mean? So if you can vintage style lingerie pouch, that's a nice idea. Yes, I like that, because things like that, Lisa, you can make the lingerie pouch, but then if you're Derek, you probably won't be taking your lingerie with you. But you might, you know, but it's something that I can adapt for people who won't be taking lingerie with them. Right. Carol's still rooting for a lady's wallet. Yes, Carol, it's on the list. I'm not sure when, I can't remember, but definitely on the list. Right, so just again sewing around the long sides. And then we'll turn on the right side out. I'm not going to stuff these. Put a little bit of toy filler in if you wanted to, but I'm not going to. Who's had a little op? D, a little late had a small op, so a little sorter come on to get sorted this AM. Oh. Yeah, do post a picture when you finish. Hope you get better soon. Alright. Wall tide is a nice. So I tell you what, it's next Saturday is Half Yard Club Facebook sew along, and I haven't got round to thinking of anything yet. So if there's anything you can think of like this that we can make without a pattern in about an hour, come and let me know. In fact, it was one of your requests last time, wasn't it? It was the mug rug, which is over there. Can't reach that one. So yes, if there's anything that you think of, come and let me know. Do run out of ideas sometimes. Winter mittens in fleece, that would be a nice idea. Esme LaRue, hello to you. Carol Richards, hello. Oh, hello. Carol, yes, it's on the list, don't worry. An advent calendar. Might take more than an hour though, Deirdre, for an advent calendar, because there's a lot of pockets, isn't there? I'll have a think. I'll have a think about that one. A bottle gift bag's a nice one. I'll go through all of these ideas at bonbons. What's fabric bonbons, Heather? She's making fabric bonbons at the moment. Yes, I will. Angel. I'll have a think how we can do an angel without a pattern. A project pocket. Christmas tree star, Christmas draft excluder. Oh, you're full of them, aren't you? A Christmas robin, that's a nice idea. Advent calendar bunting. Oh, I will go. Oh, Robin, seconding the robin. Okay, so there's my wings. So I'm going to sew these on just to the side here, maybe facing forward a little bit. That's up to you. Have a play with them and see how you think they look. So I'm just going to hand stitch those on, and then I like to pop a little bit of glue underneath as well, just to make sure they're not going to come off. So a gonk with arms and legs. I'm glad I asked you, you've got loads of ideas. So I'm hiding the knot inside and just going through both layers of the fabric with an over edge stitch just to hold that in place. Nice thing again about working with fleece, your stitches disappear into it so you don't see them, which is another reason why it's so forgiving. Given a little bit more time, I'd go back over that again and just make sure it's really, really secure. Not so important for a Christmas decoration, but if you do have kids that have any kind of interest in playing with them, they need a few more stitches. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue underneath there, just across the stitches, just to make sure that that doesn't go anywhere. Then the same on this side. A foot pedal mat. I'd need to get hold of some of that non-stick meshing for that, wouldn't I? Right, and then this one. I've got so many suggestions coming in. I will go through them all afterwards and see what we can come up with. Right, just saying this in the same manner on the opposite side. You could have one up and one down. Hey, maybe do that. Like he's waving. Dog bone-shaped stockings in the shops. Oh, now then, Kimberly made one of those. Kim, where was your dog-shaped stocking? She made one. Was that Dunelm? I shall find out and I shall let you know. I can't remember where she's got so much work on at the moment and all these different people that she sews for. I can't remember which one that one was, but definitely done that. Can't work how to get the ribbon channel on a bottle bag. It never looks good. There's different ways of doing it, Sheila. One of the easiest ways I find is to put some bias binding, just like make a channel out of bias binding on top. Like the gift. If you have a look at my YouTube channel, the scallop top gift bag that you see down there, because again I can't reach it. I actually made it out of fabric, but it's kind of sewing the channel onto the top of the bag, so that might help. Making some rosy reindeer pet Christmas stockings. Ooh, that's all right, Lisa. You might have some more as well. I should be kept away from fabric and orders in general, to be honest, on the website, but I did a daft thing and I was cutting some fleece. I cut a length of fleece but the wrong way. Silly thing to do. Okay, so that's that. So I've got this one waving. And again, I'm going to put a bit of glue on that. Oh, I just said it. Oh, no. Sorry, I need to pick that up because I keep saying you must put the lid back on your glue straight away. Oh, and then I go and drop it on the floor. I've just thought what might be a nice idea if you have his arms together holding something, so you can maybe make a little heart or something. You can have those in the middle of his wings. That would be a nice idea as well. Yeah. Let's put the eyes on. I'm just going to do French knots for eyes. So quite close to I know the beak looks a bit like a nose, but I suppose they are, aren't they? So I'm just going to draw with heat erasable pen where I want the eyes to go. Start in different sizes. I'm going to try. That's a nice idea too. Right, so I'm using 4 strands of embroidery thread for this one. I like to take the needle into the side of the head and come out in the eye, and then I can pull the end of the thread inside the head so you don't see it, and then I go in and out practically on the same spot, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times wrap it round and then pull it through. Holding a Christmas present would be a nice idea, or a fish, yes of course, holding a fish, and then go back into just at the side of the knot that you just made and come out in the other eye, and do the same again. So in and out, quite close, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then pull it through. Holding a child's name is a lovely idea as well. Then I'm going to go in at the side of the knot and come out at the side of the head. The knot's not going to come undone, it's well and truly knotted. Snip that off and then just pull the end of the thread inside the head, so I don't have to worry about the ends anywhere. Right, we need a hat. You know when I showed you the materials I used right at the beginning, and there were 2 red circles of fabric that I made the hat out of? Can't find them. So if you can see 2 red circles, I've gone down the front. If you can see 2 red circles of felt anywhere, I would be very grateful. How silly, because they were here, weren't they? Did I throw them away? Well, maybe I've got some. Can you see 2 red circles of felt? I had everything all here together to show you the materials list, and they've gone. Haven't been anywhere, haven't done anything, haven't moved anything. All right, let me see what I can improvise with then. Folded up in the black flip. Oh, that's a thought. No. How strange. All right, see if I've got anything in here. In my stash that's down here. Got all sorts down here. I've got papers and fabrics and bunting and all kinds of stuff. Sorry about that, that is very strange. I'll have to have a green one instead. Okay, this hat may be a little smaller than initially I wanted it to be, but there you go, under the machine. No. They'll be right in front of me, and as soon as I've finished, they'll be there right in front of me. Right, so let's see how big this measures. That'll do. 3 inches. There we go. Oh, yeah, that'll be fine. So this one's going to have a green hat. There's always a way around these things. So I need a 3-inch circle and a 4-inch circle for this one. With the snowman, his hat was a little bit bigger, but I wanted this one smaller. So the smaller one, the 3-inch one, is going to be for the brim of the hat, and the 4-inch one, kind of just the top bit. Beside the white little things under the green. Weird, isn't it? They might have gone with the new fabric, and I can't reach it now. I'll put it down there. Anyway, it's going to have a green hat, so we'll be fine. Always a way around these things. It's the thing with going live, isn't it? I could have edited all that out on YouTube, and you'd never know. Right, this is going to be 4 inches, so I've only got a 3-inch template, so I need to just cut that a little bit bigger. So that's all I'm doing there. Hello, kitty. It's the top of the glue that I... Oh, right. I'm sure I just drew a circle on there. Things are going a little bit strange, aren't they? No, it's not near the snowman, Karen. Can't see it anywhere. Ridiculous. Right, so I'm just going to cut that 1/2 inch bigger. Like so. And then the larger one I'm going to gather up. I can need a bit longer thread in there. We'll find them, Cher. It'll turn up in just a minute. And it'll be, like I said, somewhere very obvious and right in front of me, because that's the kind of thing that happens. Don't worry, Eve. It is going to drive me nuts, Dawn. Right. So I'm just going to do a running stitch around the edge of the bigger circle. Like that. So again, not particularly neat, about 1/4 inch apart, but it's not set in stone, as they say. Hello, Jem. Okay. I must. It's really annoying. The church clock. Can you hear it striking? Is actually 2 minutes fast. So it's dinging away at the moment, but we've still got 2 minutes till the top of the hour. Under the mat. No, I don't know how it would have got under the mat under the machine. Oh, it'll turn up. Not to worry. Improvising, Eve. If I hadn't got this, it's easy with felt because you don't have to hem it, but I could have made it out of fabric if necessary. Right, so let's gather that up. Oh, my knot's just come undone. Oh, Andrea, thank you. Maybe on the floor on my left side. Can't see them. A little bit of fluff to go in the hat. And then we'll gather that up as well. So we'll do the proper video on YouTube when I finish this. So it'll take a while because you have to edit it and everything, and it takes ages to render and upload, but hopefully by the end of the day today we will have. Actually, I need to do the Santa hats as well, don't I? I was going to do that last week. Remember the little Santa hats I made for Robin and Maddie, and then I made an adult's one as well. I was going to do a Santa and an elf's hat. So if I've got time, I'll do that later. Right, so I'm going to cut a little hole in the middle of the small circle. So I'm folding it in half, then half again, and just cut about 1/2 inch in an arc shape, just to make a hole in the middle. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. And then I'll glue again. Drop some glue around here. Whoops. Quite a big blob. And that's going to sit in the hole. And then this in turn is going to be glued to the top of his head. Beryl, it might take more than 2 felt circles to tie up the wrinkles at the back of my head. There. And Annie wouldn't wear it. And then pop that. I'm just going to put it to one side, but so it covers over the gathers on the top of his head, basically. And then we're just about done. Right, so I'm just holding that while it sticks. and then I'm going to put a couple of bows on it. So there's lots of things you could do with it. I think the Santa hat's a nice idea, and if I can find my red felt, maybe I'll do that for the YouTube video. I think that would work really well. That needs a little bit more glue under the front of it, so it could be holding something. If you wanted to add some little yellow feet, you could cut those out of felt and just have them at the bottom there. So that's another thing that you could do to make it a little bit more personal. Or if you're making a few, you can make them all different, so different hats and different accessories. I've got a couple of just little bows. Do you know, I had everything here including 2 little bows. I must have wafted things on the floor. Yes, they're down there, look. Anyway, that'll be the builder. Which I was going to put. What do you think? I was going to put one for a bow tie and one on his hat as well. I think maybe the bow tie, because it'll hide up the wrinkles. So these do come with sticky pads on the back. These are on the website. Which is nice if you're paper crafting, but if you're using them with fabric, then definitely fabric glue. So let's pop that there. And while you're just looking at that, I'm just going to try and pick up. Hey, I found the red felt. You were right, it was on the floor, right at the side of me. Oh, that was noisy. Sorry about that. What's a pipkin? I don't know. Is that a conversation you're having? Right, and I'm going to have one on the hat as well. So the green actually worked really well, didn't it? After all, maybe the red ribbon wouldn't have stood out quite so much. So there, that's that one finished. So now he's got a mate, and as I said, this is like just a fluff magnet. I will make up the Santa hat one with the one piece of fabric instead of 2 for the black, and the YouTube video when I go and get all of that prepped in just a second. Oh, thank you, Lisa. That's a nice thing to say. Do I get a prize for saying that they are there? Something for our minibus, please. What, like a penguin? Do you want a penguin for your minibus? These are pre-made bows that we have on the website, Carol. So you could make them, if you're going to make the bows, I'd use, this is a little bit wider than 1/4 inch. That's a 1/4 inch. With that one I put the ribbon all the way around the crown of the hat as well, so do with them as you wish. With the snowmen, they had holly leaves on the hat, and they've got scarves on, so you could do that with the penguins as well if you wanted to. So lots of things you can do to make them nice and personal. I think he was meant to have the green hat. They say things happen for a reason, don't they? And that must have been the reason. Looks better in green, maybe. Okay, well, I'm just about done. So if you're around on Wednesday, don't know what we're doing yet, but I shall be here on Wednesday afternoon at 4 o'clock on YouTube and on Facebook as well. Otherwise, it'll be next Saturday. And the next Saturday, remember, is the Sew Along on the Half Yard Sewing Club's Facebook page, and it'll be on YouTube as well. So don't know what we're making yet. I'm just going to go through all of your ideas and figure something out. Thank you, Eve. That's a nice thing to say as well. What's the red pom-pom thingy called on the snowman scarf? The red pom-pom thingies were just pom-poms that I cut off a roll of pom-poms that I have and just stitched them onto the end of the scarf, because I couldn't find any red pom-poms that were small enough, so I used those. Did I get a snowman as well, please? Oh no, that's just being greedy, Andrea. Thank you, Olive. Nice to have you on. Excuse me, I've got a very dry throat. Janet says, I love 11 a.m. on a Saturday. See you all next Saturday. Thank you. Oh, you're nice, you lot. It does fly. I mean, we're 7 minutes past midday already. All right, well, you enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's been lovely to have your company. I hope you're all going to be well, and have a nice weekend. I shall see you again very soon. Thank you for joining me today. Bye-bye.